I want to clarify something real fast. In this video, I am going to say 15 front squats and 15 shoulder overhead multiple times. I'm a liar. It's 12. Don't listen to me. I catch it on later in the workout that I keep saying 15. I was dumb. It's 12. Don't listen to me. Listen to me. Me, as in right now, me. All right, enjoy. Guys, this is gonna be a crap show. Prepare to watch these boys blow up and me. And we are off. And this is the point of the video where I look at my shirt and determine, okay, I didn't wear a green shirt today, so I don't look like an idiot. I have to literally keep green shirts out of my closet these days since I spend about 20 minutes a day in front of this green screen or in front of this picture of a barn you see. Anyways, what are we doing in this video? All right, so this is a workout we did yesterday in our second session. We've been kind of changing up training a little bit. We're doing 3 shorter sessions a day leading up to the games. Our first session is monostructural. Yesterday we did a lot of biking. This morning we did a lot of swimming. And then the second session is pure lifting, right? It's just lifting. We start lifting. The session starts with lifting and continues with lifting. And then we usually end with a shorter sprint. When I say shorter sprint, I mean usually like less than 6 minutes. Because I don't think a workout that's less than 6 minutes will have any effect on my lifting before it. And I don't want to do it before the lifting. I want to really focus on the lifting itself. So that's what we're doing here. Now let's get into what we're actually doing because I'm getting to that point pretty slow. Right now we are doing, we're actually doing a couple different things. First of all, you're seeing Andrew and Jake go first. I'm going to go second because we needed the Shorty rope climbs. So we only have 2 of those, so these boys went first. Yesterday was the first day that I was actually able to really squat for the first time. And so I decided I didn't really want to test out my ability to squat so much in a Metcon. I'd rather focus on slow, controlled movements and strength building, and not necessarily in a Metcon where I'm balancing out of the hole or whatever. I didn't want to have to affect my knee any more than it kind of bothers me. So right now, Andrew is actually doing the prescribed workout, and then Jake and I will be doing a little bit different variation. So Andrew is doing 15 front squats at 225, into 9 strict deficit handstand push-ups at 6 inches, into 6 shorty rope climbs, which they're doing now, and then back through, so the 9 strict deficit handstand push-ups at 6 inches, and then finishing up with 15 front squats at 225, which that's pretty, 15 front squats at 225 in the beginning of the workout isn't hard, probably, but ending with 15 front squats is probably pretty dang rough. Jake decided he didn't want to also squat. He decided to join me. So Jake's actually doing the same workout for the same number scheme, but instead of front squats, 15 front squats to start and end the workout, he's instead doing 15 shoulder overhead. We did a lot of overhead work, I think, the day before this. So he decided, you know what? He decided to focus on being able to go unbroken. And he's currently doing shoulder overhead at 185. So it's kind of a good segue to talk about scaling because of what he's doing. The weights that Andrew chose, 225 for the front squat, or what Jake chose for 185 for the shoulder overhead, is pick a good weight where you can do the first 15 unbroken, but the second 15 on the way back through is going to be difficult and you might have to break it. So we told Jake that when he chose shoulder overhead, and he decided he knew he didn't want to do 225. So he made the decision that he thought about doing 205, but I actually didn't know he did 185 till after the workout, and that's totally fine, right? He got the required stimulus that was required in this workout, that we're looking for in this workout, and he got that stimulus at 185. So if you're thinking, I gotta do 135, it's totally cool, you know? Just looking for the stimulus, the weight doesn't really matter. The weight comes with time, we're looking for the stimulus in the workout. Now, what is the actual stimulus we are looking for in this workout? What Andrew really intended for this workout to really affect was the fact that you really kind of fell apart after the short rope climb. So it was, how well were your strict handstand push-ups? And then how were they when you come to the shoulder overhead? For us, we did the shoulder overhead. So, you know, how well was our shoulder overhead affected by the strict handstand push-ups? And also, how well did the front squats or the the front squats or the shoulder overhead affect the beginning of the workout, affect the rest of the workout? It's a little bit different because Obviously, I don't believe front squats will affect your strict deficit handstand push-ups that much, if at all. I mean, it will affect your breathing, and so therefore it will affect the rest of the workout. But you know, you're looking at just legs compared to doing a shoulder overhead at 185 for Jake, and then doing strict handstand push-ups is completely almost the same similar movement. The only difference is he's able to use his legs on the shoulder overhead, and you can't use it on the strict deficit handstand push-up. So there's the difference there. The stimulus was really to test, I believe, the middle of the workout, see how hard you could push. And so yeah, it was a great little workout. They're about finishing up. They're on their last set of 15. Their last movement, and then it will actually transition over to me. And then we'll watch me do it. So they should be done in a couple seconds, actually. I'm watching my timeline on my screen. That was Andrew, and there goes Jake. Yup. Heavy. All right, so, and we're off. So for me, Andrew let me choose, He says, okay, I want you're obviously doing shoulder overhead because you don't feel comfortable just yet squatting in a Metcon. So he's like, let's talk about what weight you want to do for shoulder overhead. And so for me, obviously he was like, I want your first set to be unbroken. And then I want your second set to be difficult. You know, you should try for unbroken, but I want it to be difficult. You may not be able to accomplish that. So for me, I decided that I wanted to do, I keep saying 15 shoulder overhead, don't I? I mean 12. I think I've said that like 10 times in this video. So I mean 12, it'll be in the video description. I'm sorry. So real briefly, 12 shoulder overhead. So I chose 225. I chose the same way that Andrew did for a front squat. And it was actually a solid way up. Actually, were able to watch and tell. I did my first set unbroken using a belt. And then we'll see if I can do my second set. I tried, we will see. He also, if you notice, I'm using a Shorty bar, so that's why the weights look weird probably. I'm using a C70 Shorty bar. Reason for that being, there's zero whip, and you know, zero or very, very minimal whip in a C70 Shorty bar. And you can tell that when you clean with it for the first time because there's no whip out of the bottom. And the same can be said about the shoulder overhead. When it hits your chest here, there's no like portion. It just pretty much just goes and then you press it. So it's a good skill to learn because there's no whip in the bar. So it makes the shoulder overhead pretty dang difficult. And so that's why he wanted me to use the C70 bar, and that's why I'm using it now. So, so like I mentioned, you know, the workout's supposed to be front squats. And then Andrew decided to change it, or I decided I want to change the shoulder overhead for me, for my knee. And so whether you're doing front squats or whether you're doing shoulder overhead, make sure you pick a weight that you can do probably unbroken for the first set, and then the second set, you pretty much just fall apart like this on. Strict deficit handstand push-ups. Obviously, RX just do strict deficit handstand push-ups at 6 inches or 4 inches for females. If you're not able to do that, I would just drop it to like maybe 4 inches or 2 inches for males and females. And if you can't do that, just do regular strict handstand push-ups. And if you can't do that, just do kipping. There's absolutely nothing wrong with scaling the inverted portion of the workout. Rope climbs. So we're doing Shorty rope climbs here, and like I've defined in the previous videos, Shorty rope climbs is the rope is cut from the floor about 5 feet from the ground. Obviously, if you don't have that, that's totally cool. Just use a regular rope. And like I normally tell people, like if you notice kind of where I'm at, that's probably like where I finally am able to clench my legs on the rope is probably around, I don't know, 9.5, 10 feet maybe. And so maybe more like 9 probably. It's about 9 feet. So if you can, just maybe tape your rope at 9 foot and just go legless to that point and then go rope climb the rest of the way. That's totally cool. I will say it's not the same thing whatsoever. If your rope is able to touch the ground, your rope won't move, so you always know where that rope's at, right? Because you know it's not gonna vary too much because it's always stuck to the ground. But as soon as you cut for a Shorty rope climb, that rope flails around, you have to catch it in your feet. And if you look at some of my reps, or even some of Andrew's reps, Jake didn't struggle as much, but if you look at some of our reps, there are certain reps that are difficult, like the rope will get caught in my shorts or the rope will get caught somewhere, and then you spend time hanging trying to catch it, and that's really difficult to do. It really affects your pull, and it really makes it hard for the rest of the rope climb. So You know, if you don't have a Shorty rope climb, that's totally cool. You know, tape a rope or something like that, or just do a regular rope climb. But don't compare Shorty rope climbs to, you know, like going legless 9 fit and then going up. It's not the same thing. This is more difficult in my mind. So at this point, I'm gonna try and go unbroken, and we're about to see me fall apart completely. So you can do it, Jacob. Oh, too soon. I think I did 5 and 7. I thought maybe, just maybe, I could go like sub 4, and then I thought maybe, just maybe, I could go sub 4:30. I tried. It's difficult. It's just a lot of, you know, had this been just front squats, I think I could have been able to do it. You know, you just bang them out pretty slowly. But the fact that the press in this and the press in the deficit handstand push-up are the same thing really kind of hurt pretty bit. So yes, that's pretty much it. Little sprint workouts. Hope you guys enjoy it. Give it a shot. If you guys do, make sure you tag myself or tag Midwest Made in it, and we'll definitely repost you. I think that's about it. Actually, I think there's one more part to it. Yeah, not going on Brock in that last set. That's a little bit rough. Woo. Anyways, hey, appreciate you guys watching. I really enjoy putting out this daily content. I'm sorry that I misspoke and said 15 front squats shoulder overhead instead of 12. I'm an idiot. I'll fix it. I'm sorry. Anyways, everyone have a good day. We'll talk to you guys later. See ya.